Hey everyone, we are here on the live stream for Women into Networking Win. I have another guest, Miss Trina Jordan, who is the owner of Sip and Smash Uncorked Art. Okay. And I'm really excited because we're having the conference coming up, guys, and we're going to be introducing Trina into this space as a sponsor. She's bringing her exciting business into the conference, and she's gifting us with the energy that she puts in what she does, which is so in alignment with what we're doing in the room, guys. Like, we're creating legacy. We're breaking all kinds of barriers, and we're looking to how we grow together as a unit, right? Through generations. And Miss Trina, it has something special for us. So before we get into what she does, she's going to tell you guys who she is, and I'm going to start sharing this out to the community spaces. Go ahead, Trina. Let us know who you are.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Trina Jordan. I am the owner of Sip and Smash Uncorked Art here in Atlanta, Georgia. It is a mobile business where we do activations for women, corporate HR, as well as brands, large brands, and also festivals where we travel across the U.S., bringing this exciting new creative activation for women to release, and it's very therapeutic in a very creative way.
Now, I have to ask, what actually made this whole thing come about for you?
To be honest with you, I was on my little TikTok, and I love wine, so I'm a wine enthusiast. Drink wine quite often, and so I was on TikTok, and I saw where people were breaking these wine bottles, liquor bottles, spirits, and then they were making art from them. So I tried my first piece with a bottle that I had at home. So I was in my living room, kind of smashing this bottle, made this piece. I put it up on my wall. I had a few guests come over, and they were like, "Oh wow, what is this? Like, what is that? Like, that's amazing. That could be like in an art gallery." And I was like, "An art gallery?" But I was like, "Oh, okay, great." And so from there, the first idea was taking these pieces and just making art from them. And then one day it just hit me, and I was kind of like, And then the thought came in my head was kind of like, "Hey, is sipping paint? I can't paint." So I was like, "Hey, but I can smash." So and I was just like, sip and smash. Uncorked art just came to life, and I was like, "Hey, why don't I do these type of parties where instead of painting, we're sipping our favorite wine or a favorite cocktail, we're smashing the empty bottles, we're making art." But then from that, it came as you're smashing bottles and you're releasing, and then you're taking those broken pieces, and then we're able to put it on a canvas and create another complete whole piece. So that's how the idea started to form, and I started to do the activations and reaching out to people from there.
Listen, it sounds like a pretty natural transition to me. Like, I don't be like, this is hard. But so now that we know what we're going to see at the conference next year, and guys, listen, Trina reached out to me through, I believe it was Eventbrite. Was that
correct? Yes.
Okay.
That's correct.
So I think one of the biggest things is for me is communication. I'm looking at all my communication portals as we're advertising, and Trina come across, and she's like, "Listen, I have this amazing brand. I want to bring this to the conference, which we're bringing all generations in one room, everyone." And this means that we're not just talking about bottle breaking experiences that can be, creative artwork to put in your home. We're also talking about releasing all of those things that don't belong to us. Can you tell me about like some of the experiences people have had with your brand that you feel would be important to share right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been able to, or fortunate enough that I was at the Atlanta Food and Wine Festival to do a brand activation with them this past summer. And as I had ladies and gentlemen coming up, the one lady, just the release, when she just put the bottle in there and she was able to smash it and smash it and smash it, and she just kept smashing these pieces. And for her, it brought tears to her eyes because it was something that she was letting go. And then we took those pieces and we did a community mural where everyone that came to our booth and smashed, we put it on a 24 by 24 huge canvas, and everyone was able to add these community pieces to it. But for her, it was such a release, her smashing these pieces and then moving into a new step in her life for her. So I get a lot of those type of experiences, and that's what made me want to connect with you and this lovely conference that you're putting together for 2026. So
Yes, I'm getting chills, y'all. I'm literally getting chills because
Mhm.
what you said, that's what you brought to the table. And this is why I believe it's so important to have great sponsors, people who are coming in and saying, this is what I want to do because this is what my business is about. I need to reach people that are in a place where they need to heal and release. And that's what we're doing at the conference too. We're honoring legacy, but we're
Yeah,
also making a collage because that's what you told me to do. You're like,
yeah,
why can't we just make a big collage? What does that
absolutely.
look like for conference members?
I'm sorry.
No, I was wondering what would that look
We
like for
broke up.
conference members? Like, it's so interesting to me to think
So
about how that would look.
yeah, absolutely. So we would have the different bottles, and so usually on the bottles, it is that the cover, the brand, and so whatever is inviting, whatever your creativity is, whatever you're feeling when you purchase that bottle of wine, right? That initial picture on there, sometimes it means something. So once they smash the pieces, we take those little pieces and we put it all together on this one canvas mural, and then I finish it off with the resin, and then it becomes like this big huge community piece that everybody can say, hey, I was a part of that with the conference. I released something, I put something on there, I let something go, or I smashed something in. And then it's just on this one big amazing piece with all the energy from everyone that was able to interact with it.
That's exactly what I said. So listen, for those of us who are going to already, because we have people that have bought their tickets and they're like, well, what am I going to experience? One of the experiences that you just kind of wrapped up for us, because we were like, well, we have to have a legacy wall, right?
Oh
And we're
yeah.
having places like we have parts of the conference where we're honoring our legacy. And you guys have kind of gotten little windows into peeking of that, what that looks like. But this piece of the conference where people get to come together. So we have about, 50 to 100 people that we know right now are actively in our sales funnel, getting their tickets, speakers, volunteers, sponsors. And we're also looking at how everyone can be super inclusive. Now, this mural, what our goal is to have everyone that's attending the conference put their piece, release first. So release whatever you're holding on to. Coming into this conference is not even like I'm going to walk in here with my mom, like, because we're all bringing our family members too. Some people are bringing their daughters. Some people are bringing, like for me, I have a 92-year-old grandmother, right? She's going to be there.
Yes, yes.
And
Hmm.
knowing what that feels like to see release, to experience that, and to do it together, that is what I was like, oh my God, that's going to be such an amazing experience for people who wouldn't be bold enough to go out and do this alone. I
Correct.
also think it's so important because VIPs, we're getting you guys your personal canvases. So we're also getting some personal canvas pieces that we're going to be able to pay, sip, and smash to actually do your own personal canvas. Now, that's only for VIP, all right? So if y'all want your personal canvas and you're like, well, I like the community piece, but I want to smash my own stuff. Like, I want to get my own stuff out and I want to keep it as an artwork to know that when I look at my piece on my wall or in my bedroom, that I released that. That's a whole nother vibe that we're gonna have at the conference. So I just wanted to say that, but if you wanted to add anything, Trina, to that part, feel free to. But that's what gets me excited for the attendees.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, absolutely. And so with the sip and smash, we also bring backgrounds, so different colors for the canvases that you can put on, and that's the artistic and creative part of it. So not only do you get to smash and release, we also take these creative pieces of backgrounds, whether it's flowers or roses or fire or any type of little pieces that we get, dried flowers, and you get to take those and cut them out and use your creativity as well and create that on the canvas and then add these broken shards. So it is actually really a piece of art that you have created yourself from these broken pieces of glass, that when you look at it, this is something that you've done with your own hands, that you've released into. And so that's the most amazing part of it as well, is being able to break it, release it, and then put all these pieces together. And it's a beautiful, beautiful. I've seen people make actually beautiful pieces of art where I was like, hey, you need to be on a gallery as well, a gallery wall as well. So yeah,
Yes.
that's the other exciting part of that.
So it actually brings out the artist in you.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I'm sitting here,
Thank
guys, and the
you.
reason why I'm taking my time to really accept what is being said is because I know for a fact that in our ecosystem of women entrepreneurs, we are literally building things from scratch where we need it, right? Like, we're such a world of overwhelm where sometimes people don't know if they're up or down. Like, and
Correct.
we save the women in our community and the men who support them, but the truth is that who saves the hero? Women are always at the forefront, of families and taking care of everything. So we want to give you guys, this overall experience. And I think it's also amazing that you guys can connect with Trina now, all right? Because she's already out there doing this. And if
Absolutely.
you
Yes.
have something to release, I mean, like, I kind of want to call you right now and be like, you know what? I need to break some bottles. I know how to safely break these
Yes.
bottles.
Yes, absolutely. We do. And we do activations all across the city. I actually have a piece of art from broken glass in the distillery of Martin Art in Chamblee, Georgia. And so I do an activation there every other month, as well as Taste Atlanta wine bar in downtown Atlanta that we're doing in January. So you can follow us and you can kind of see where we're doing these activations at as well. We do, like I said, private parties, birthdays, bridal showers, divorce parties. I'm getting a new boyfriend, I'm leaving a boyfriend type of parties, whatever social event that you want to release. We travel to you and, we make that happen for you. So absolutely.
That's powerful. I didn't think about that. Like, you just broke up with your boyfriend. Listen, let's release
Hey,
them. We might need to have them parties every month.
every month,
Um,
listen.
So, and the truth, and I love the fact that we're having a conversation, because a lot of times, and this is the truth of where I'm at in my growth as a leader. Okay, I have to talk about what is authentically real, not just
Yeah,
for myself, but for the people that I, represent.
yeah,
We are very strong. Women are
yes.
very strong. Okay, and we hold a torch, not just for others, but we make sure sometimes we do so much for others that sometimes it depletes what we have going on for ourselves, right?
Mhm. Yeah, that
And
is
I
true.
think and I think relationships is at the core of that. And the reason why I say that now is because when you brought up something as far as like divorce parties or breakups and things like that, sometimes I think we just kind of normalize it and we go through the pain of, oh, I just went through another breakup, or this happened and he walked out and boom. And what's real for me is that when I hear the stories of the situations in relationships with women that don't release,
Mm-hmm.
what happens is it trickles down and everywhere else. It trickles down in our family, our businesses, our relationships at work. So I'm thinking that maybe being more proactive, right? And this is the message I'll give today, so people can reach out and say, maybe I need to be proactive.
Yeah.
Maybe not wait till the conference to break your bottles, but think about
Mhm.
things you need to release today, especially before the holiday gets so overwhelming that you walk into 2026 completely burned out. Let's see where we can get some support now. What do you feel about that? What comes up for you, even if it's something you can personally relate to?
Yeah. Well, I'll give you a little background, just a little snippet. So, I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan, but I've been here in Georgia since 2006. I have three daughters, three adult daughters. And so, being a single mother, I was in an abusive relationship from the age of 18 to 21, and I had to leave that relationship. I had to build up the strength from that to leave that relationship when my middle child was about 6 months old. I moved, I stayed in a shelter for a good 2 weeks. And from there, I was able to get a place through, through the shelter assistance, be able to get an apartment, get a place. And then I was able from there to just, kind of move forward. And it hasn't been easy. It's been a struggle. I worked my way up. I've been in corporate America now for a good 15, 20 years as a director of sales in hotels, as a general manager, a director of food and beverage. But I always had that entrepreneur spirit. I always knew it was more. I do events, I was doing weddings. And so for me, the releasing and doing this, comes from a place of consistent and constant healing that I share with women that, hey, it's not where you start, it's kind of where you finish at. And, I've been homeless. I, dropped out of high school. My mother died at 17, and I've been on my own from there. But I always tell women, keep going, keep going. I'm in my 50s, and at this age, to start a new business venture, it is never too late. I have way more knowledge than I had 30 years ago. I will tell people that. And I just tell everybody, keep going, keep on going. And so for this concept, for me, to be able to encourage women and do this therapy and healing through such a creative and unique way is, why I'm passionate about it and why I wanted to get it out there. So things of that.
That's pretty deep. Thank you for sharing that, because I can see the heart of it. I can see where that all came from and why
Yeah,
you do
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just I guess I just giving you your flowers for getting through, what a lot of women are going through right now, and being
Hmm.
able to utilize what you do as a gift to them to say, hey, if I did it, you can do it too. Right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I tell them it's never, of course, it's never easy road. It's always bumps and things. And a lot of times with women, just with women in general, I'm working on a little ebook type of series that incorporates the sip and smash, and it's called From Her Blues to My Blues. Because as women, we understand what we're going through, whether it's relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's sisterhood, whether it's business, whether it's careers. And so in this ebook, you will be able to do these exercises of taking something, smashing it, tearing it up, and releasing it, and then moving on to the next journey. So, and it took me a long time to sit and be able to, like, hey, yeah, I knew, of course, I was like a domestic violence victim, but to say it out loud, and it took a long time to do that. And it's still a constant healing process. But I tell women, it's okay. It's all right. It's part of the process to get you to where you're going to get. So, go with it. Believe it. Believe it. It's there for a reason.
I love that so much, and thank you again. I will say this, because we want to make sure that you guys get as much as possible throughout these live streams, introducing our sponsors, speakers, vendors, people who have pulled up to really support the conference next year. And if you guys are not registered for the conference, you need to get in there. The tickets have been available. Early bird sales, I think, end on the 15th. And for those of you who are bringing, your moms, your sisters, and people in your family, right? This is the opportunity to start actually getting to know our sponsors, so that when you walk into the room at the conference, that you already kind of have that feel of community. Because we're not just about a conference. Like for some people who are listening to this live stream, maybe you walked in here and you're like, oh my God, look at Sip and Smash colors is popping. And who are these beautiful women? They pop in. Like, you're
Yes.
feeling this vibe, and we're talking about a conference, but it goes deeper into the root of our community, Women into Networking WIN. Because without that community, we would have never thought to bring these women together one year, just from all around the world to celebrate together in one room. And that's essentially what we're doing. And this year, we get to expand from what we did last year, and we have amazing sponsors like Trina. Trina, thank you so much for everything that you do. Um,
Thank you.
this concept, I believe, is phenomenal. Anything that you would like to leave the audience with, anything from words of wisdom to any call to actions?
Well, I would like to first thank you and give you your flowers as well. Thank you for being able to put this together and being the leader that you are. And, we've just met recently and your energy is absolutely amazing. And I hope everyone on here is watching this understands that. As far as a call for action, I am Sip and Smash is on Instagram, Sip and Smash 2025, as well as TikTok. Not yet Facebook. Facebook is just me. You can follow me at Trina Jordan on Facebook and everything like that. But I do want to say thank you again for allowing me this platform. I hope to see everyone here at the conference. Follow Sip and Smash. We will have updates on where we are doing live activations.
Thank you. All right, guys, make sure you get your Sip and Smash on. We'll be definitely replaying this even some more before the conference. Go ahead and tune into the Women into Networking WIN channels. And thank you again, Trina. You were absolutely amazing. Have an amazing day. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
later.
Bye bye.